everybody for tuning in for the Marguerite and Eileen ShopperFest show this evening. We're very excited. I'm excited, and I have to say that last year was my first ShopperFest, and everybody said you're going to have such a good time. You don't understand. You know, you have to experience it. You'll get it once you attend your first time. And I have to say, they were absolutely right, and it was so much fun. It was a great weekend. I think I was just, buzzing, for at least a week afterwards. So it was great. I enjoyed it, and I'm very excited to be talking with Marguerite Turner about 2024 ShopperFest this evening. So again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Marguerite, I'm going to toss it over to you to introduce yourself. I guess everybody knows who you are. I'm Eileen Weirs with CXE Inc., or Customer Service Experts Inc. And Marguerite, do you want to say hello to everybody?
Sure. Good evening. Good evening, and thanks for joining. I am Marguerite Turner, Director of Mystery Shopping Operations at Elite CXS. And I have the distinction of being able to say that I have been to every ShopperFest. So I'm pretty excited about that. As Eileen said, it just takes one to kind of get hooked. I did that one many, many years ago and just kept coming back. And fortunately, it's always been something that as soon as I get that date, it's on my calendar. Very excited to bring you guys all along into answering any questions that you've got and get your excitement up for this upcoming event.
Awesome. Thank you, Marguerite. Well, yes, we have a fabulous PowerPoint to go through with everybody this evening. But before we get to the PowerPoint, I would like to show the post-conference video from last year and kind of get everybody a little excited about ShopperFest this year. Thank you. All right, so that was from last year. We were in Pittsburgh and we had a great time. And we are going to be in Orlando, obviously, this year, so we're excited about that. So today's program, you'll see lots of pictures. I actually inserted quite a few pictures, and thank you, Marguerite, for sending those pictures yesterday to add to this PowerPoint presentation. Laura,
you are welcome. And it made me realize that I have to take a whole lot more this year.
And Laura, we kept a picture in that I loved you, and Marguerite said you would not be happy about it. So I'm
I'm
just
sorry, Laura.
gonna.
I tried.
So today's program, we're going to just talk a little bit about what is ShopperFest, who attends, what to expect, why you should attend, and just get excited about ShopperFest 2024. Okay, and we are going to talk about why should you attend part 2. Okay, so what is ShopperFest? Marguerite, I'm going to toss that to you.
Well, ShopperFest is a unique opportunity for all of our field talent to be one-on-one with company owners, schedulers, editors, and each other. An opportunity for you to meet and talk to each other. Mystery shopping, as you know, sometimes is it's a very solo kind of independent thing. And it's nice to be able to connect with people who do what you do. And maybe you're new, you need some tips and tricks on how to do it better, how to find the jobs, all kinds of things that you will learn. And just having somebody out there that you can connect with. And if you're a route shopper and you're out on the road and we have a long drive ahead, maybe you can call a friend. You will come to ShopperFest if you're new. You may come not knowing anyone. You will leave with friends. You will leave with contacts that you will stay in touch with. It's just an absolute, but it is a wonderful opportunity for you to learn and network. So I'll stop there.
No, I think that's great. That definitely is it in a nutshell. And I think what's so unique about it is that uh, you are learning from shop owners and C-suite level people and schedulers who are right there, and you have access to them all weekend long, and you can bump into them out in the hall and ask them a question, or you have breakfast and walk over and ask a question, sit down, have a conversation. It's just the contact that you have through the weekend with MSPs and MSOs, merchandising companies and mystery shop providing companies, I think is unprecedented and unparalleled in our industry. What do you think, Marguerite?
Oh, absolutely. You will never have that opportunity outside of a ShopperFest to, as Eileen said, you can sit down and have breakfast next to, an owner, a scheduler, and you can ask those questions that you've always wondered about. You can find out talk about, hey, there's 3 sessions coming up or 2 sessions coming up in the next hour. Which one should I go to? Because they both look great. You've got people that you're going to be able to talk to, and you're going to, like I said, you're going to have connections. We'll get into more of that. I could talk about it forever, but let's let Eileen continue.
All right. I do see that there's like 7 chats. Dan, do we have any questions at this point, or should we continue on?
Just everyone being cordial and greeting each other. No
Oh,
questions yet.
awesome. Hi. Hi, Vicky. It's good to see you. Okay. So as we said, it's the annual conference for independent contractors. It's Friday through Sunday. It's June 23rd through the 24th. We probably should have led that.
1st to 23rd.
23rd. I'm sorry, 21st. It's been a very long day. I've been up since 4 a.m., so I apologize. There are educational sessions and certifications and networking, and Marguerite is always heading up the video track. I actually did some certifications last year, and I'm looking forward to doing some this year as well. And oh, this is getting cut off. So it's $225 for Field Talent Plus and $250 for all others. And this is early bird registration. It's gonna end April 15th. So it will go up an additional $25. So If you're planning to attend, please make sure that you register before April 15th to get that early bird special.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
We did talk a little bit about who attends, but let's look at these pictures. See, we got it out of the way early for you, Laura. I love that picture. That's hysterical. And of course, Marguerite bowling last year. I missed out on that. Somebody asked me if there was one thing I regretted, and the one thing I do regret last year is I did not go. There's an optional event on Saturday night. I did not go last year. That's not going to happen this year. I'm going. I'm very excited. And I'm sure that I can talk a little bit about it, but I'm sure that Dan will also talk about it. I can preface this by saying if you attended last year, I have been assured by Rich Bradley that the event on Saturday night is within walking distance everywhere. So nobody's going to have to worry about getting on a bus or getting trapped in the parking lot, because I think that's what happened last year. So we won't have to worry about any of that.
Yeah.
So independent contractors, as we said, board members, board of directors, MSPs, MSOs, associate members, and guest speakers attend. We should have just had a conversation, because I think we're so far ahead of these slides, Marguerite. So our sponsors from last year, some great pictures. There's Dan. We got Rich, Coast to Coast. So what's included? This is the good stuff, right? Registration, and please, I took this PowerPoint from last year, so if something is not correct, please, my lifeline Dan, call me out and let me know if there's a correction that needs to be made. Friday night dinner, reception, and game night. And then Friday and Sunday certification opportunities, which are additional. Saturday general sessions and breakouts. Lunch and breaks on Saturday and Sunday. And there are video courses or traditional track. And am I good with everything? My fact checkers?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And I'm just showing some past pins. If you
Oh.
attend, you'll get one of these. I have my collection right here next to me at all time when I am at my desk.
That's awesome. I love it. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the hotel. So I'm kind of excited. These pictures look great. There's a pool bar, and I just can't get that out of my head when I read that. I probably will be at the pool bar. I'm not gonna lie. These pools look great. They do have two pools. So it's the Wyndham Orlando Resort on International Drive. Great location. The hotel is $119 for single or double plus tax. Now, the cool thing is that this rate is good June 18th through the 24th. So if you wanted to come early or stay late, you can book right now up until June 3rd. That's going to be a key date as well for the 119 rate. Now, I did just a little searching earlier tonight before this webinar, and went to the hotel's website for the same dates, and they're anywhere from $140 to over $200 a night. So it's definitely a great value at $119 a night. And if you want to come in early or stay a couple of extra days, you are more than welcome.
If I could jump in real quick.
Sure.
We don't have an unlimited amount of rooms, so that price is available while rooms last. So don't wait till the last minute to book your room.
And it always sells. I mean, we always fill up the block and then we're begging, can we get any more? So book early. Absolutely.
I didn't mention that, Marguerite. So you're absolutely right. That book early, book your room. International Drive is a great location. There's so many great places within walking distance. I also believe there's a tram that you can, or a trolley that goes back and forth through International Drive. There is a cost, but it's very nominal, and just a lot of great things to do in that area. And you've got the two pools, so you can see my mind goes to the pools and the bar. And
Before and after the conference, of course.
of course, yes. No, no, all of my certifications will be taking place at the pool bar, or you know, I'm going to get some cabanas, and we're going to hang out outside. And then obviously free Wi-Fi, which is always good because you just never know. So I love these pictures. I just think it's a great location, and I'm really looking forward to it. Why attend? Education from the source. Marguerite, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, absolutely. All the sessions are going to be led by by industry professionals. You are going to, whatever the topic, if I'll just talk about video for a second. If you decide that you want to take the video track, you are going to be exposed to the top video companies in our industry. And the sessions will be led by those individuals. You will have the opportunity to ask the questions, to learn from the best. And not only just those company owners, those schedulers, but we've also got people that walk the walk and talk the talk every day. We've got video shoppers like Katie, who's on this call with us, and Laura. This is what they do. They're video shoppers. Every day they're out there doing it. So you're not only getting to hear from us that are on the company side, but you're getting to hear from the people that are out there in the world. And whatever that track is, whatever that class is that you're attending, you've got somebody who is an industry professional at what they are talking about. It does, you have the opportunity to go in different directions. You can choose video, you can choose a traditional track. There are sessions that are great for newbies. There are sessions that are great for veterans. You are going, no matter who you are, what your level, how many ShopperFests you've attended, you're going to leave here with something. You're going to learn something. Laura, can you back me up on that one? Oh, you're muted. Sorry.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I like about attending some of the newer sessions is sometimes it's good to go back to basics. And so I'll pop in on one of the newbie tracks, and I always walk away with something new. So absolutely, there's opportunity to learn in any direction that you go, whether it's standing in the hall, new track, old track, video, doesn't matter. You're going to learn.
All right, Eileen, keep going.
Okay. Always lots of networking. And the networking with other independent contractors, I just think that's invaluable. You know, as you said, Marguerite, it's kind of a solo industry. So it's nice to be able to talk with like-minded individuals and people who are so passionate about what they do. And you can feel the energy when you're talking to people. They want to be there, and they're excited, and they want to meet other people, and they want to talk about what they do. And it's just incredible.
And it's a safe space to talk about what you do.
Very true. Very true. Very true. And then, of course, there are certifications. Laura, what would you like to talk a little bit about the certifications? Because I think you're a record holder, aren't you?
I think I've done them all, unless there's a new one that's come out that I'm just not aware of. As far as I know, I've done everything. But the thing that I've enjoyed about the certifications is that they cover a broad range of topics within our industry. And some of the things, some of the sessions have applied directly to things that I would do, and then others not so much. I took the scheduling session last year. And while I know for a fact I don't ever have the patience to be a scheduler, it was great to kind of take a look at it and see, you know, what goes into scheduling. So I feel like there's opportunity to learn from all the certifications.
Agreed.
Thank you. That's great.
Mm-hmm. And I'm the airport person, so I know Marguerite is the video person. I'm the airport person. So anybody who wants to do airport mystery shopping, come see me. Yes, and the great thing about the certifications is yes, you can go online through mspaamericas.org, log in, and go to the certifications area of the website. And yes, you can take certifications online. It's kind of nice though to be able to you have a proctor, if you will, in the room, kind of going over and reviewing the material before you actually take the quiz. So it's nice to be able to ask questions, whereas if you're at home, you don't have that opportunity. So I think it's a great way to earn certifications over the course of the weekend.
One thing I would like to add about that is if you are looking at the certifications, which I encourage you to, and well in advance of ShopperFest, but make sure that a course that you're interested in taking, if it has a prerequisite, make sure that you've taken it, that take it online so that you can take that live class, that live certification in Orlando with us.
Yep. And Dan, were you going to say something?
No, that was me.
Oh, Rich, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. The other cool thing is that it's the same price whether you take it online or whether you take it with live at ShopperFest. So it's kind of a good deal.
Definitely.
We also have a question that came in. I'm new and this is my first ShopperFest. How can I find out the available certifications and sign up? You can just do that on the event page. We have a list of the certifications that are available. If you register before the early bird, you can get a free certification on site. So make sure that you pick that when you go through your registration. And yeah, if you have any other questions, just put in the chat and we'll stop in periodically and answer those.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan. And of course, it's fun and there's food. And Marguerite said I needed to emphasize the food. Oh,
Well,
shaking her head, yes.
the food is always great, and you're not having to spend money for your breakfasts and your lunches for 2 days, and it's kind of nice. It's a little perk, and it's definitely something you can factor in when you're trying to look at your finances. Know that there's a few meals there that you're not going to pay for.
And the food is good. Very good. All right. Okay, so I think everybody, if you've been to ShopperFest, this is probably a key slide for you, kind of wondering. I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek of some of the sessions that are on the docket for this year's ShopperFest. So all the places to find your gigs, getting licensed to do shops in Nevada, which I always think is interesting, advanced route shopping for video shoppers, video tools of the trade, and another one of my favorite sessions coming up that I'm very interested to talk about is it okay to use AI in mystery shopping? So we're not going to talk about it tonight, but I think it's going to be a really interesting topic. Don't you, Marguerite?
Oh yeah. Yes, I've been experimenting with that, and yes, I think that's going to be a great topic.
Awesome. Okay, so why attend part 2? And I think, Dan, you just hit it when you said one free certification course this year. I have for all registrants. Now, is it just for early bird, Dan, or is it for everybody?
I may have misspoke. It may be for everybody, but there's definitely a lot of reasons why you should still register for the early bird.
Yeah, definitely. We did this last year, so we did decide to do it again this year. So yes, one free certification course this year for all registrants. And Marguerite, you brought up a good point too. Make sure that you've taken the prerequisites. It's almost like college all over again, when you have to take those basic courses before you can move on to the advanced courses. So the certification process is kind of set up in a tiered system like that. There are core courses that you have to take before you can move on to some of the other more specialized courses. So definitely take a look at that.
And one thing oh, sorry, Dan.
I might have about to steal your thunder, so you can go ahead and say it.
Well, I was just going to say that if you are contemplating the video track, Video 2 is only available at ShopperFest. It is not something you can take online. So take your video 1 online if you want to, but you can also take it on Friday afternoon with us live and in person. And then on Sunday, you'll have that opportunity to do video 2. But again, the only time that you can take that is on site.
And I was going to add that the core courses are not applicable for video 1. You can take video 1 regardless of the other courses you've taken.
Awesome.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
I know one thing that we wanted to talk about as well was the pricing.
Yes.
And so you're seeing that there is a discount, a $25 discount for being an IC Plus member or Field Talent Plus member, sorry. And the membership, the annual membership is $35. So you are all automatically going to save $25 by being in that plus category. That $10 that is the difference is going to make it so worthwhile for you. Dan, maybe you can do a little better than I can as speaking to the benefits, but I do encourage you to take advantage of getting that membership and now getting that, that rate. You'll see that savings right away.
Not only do you get a discount on ShopperFest, but you also get the free Intro to Mystery Shopping course, which on its own is a $35 value. So it basically pays for your membership there. If you get the basic registration, it comes with a plus membership, but that doesn't take effect until after the conference. So I would recommend signing up for Plus now. You already got your discounted rate, and you can start on one of your core courses, which is the Intro to Mystery Shopping course.
And Dan, it's like making money because you get 2 free, right? You get the Intro to Mystery Shopping if you're new to the Field Talent Plus membership level. So you get the Intro to Mystery Shopping for free right when you register to become a Field Talent Plus member. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And then you get the $25 off to register for ShopperFest, and then you get another free course at ShopperFest. So
Yeah,
that's 2 free courses, and it's like I said, it's like you're making money. It's a no-brainer.
it's the best deal I've seen.
Yeah. And again, just to recap, ShopperFest, education from the source. I know we've talked about that. The networking opportunities with MSPs and MSOs, and networking with other independent contractors. It's just such a great opportunity. And of course, the certifications that we talk about. And again, I'm throwing out the fun and the food because it is a lot of fun. One of the things that we haven't talked about, we have some time. So I want to talk a little bit about game night. I thought that I think I actually went to bed during game night. I was there. I stayed last time up until game night, and then I just had to go to bed. But Dan, do you want to talk a little bit about the Friday night activities?
Yeah, it's a blast. And it's changed a little bit over the years, but it's always a packed night of fun. Start with a reception. You can go around and meet all of the companies that are there. So the schedulers that you would be emailing for possibly years on end. And now you get to meet face to face, or these company executives that you haven't had a chance to meet before and now are there for you, and you have an opportunity to meet them. We like to do a sort of our own version of not bingo, but kind of you are entered into a drawing if you stop by every table and you get them to sign your paper. Beyond that, we have a really nice spread for food every single year. The dinner is one of the highlights of the entire weekend. And then after that, we play games and we play trivia. We do team trivia for your table. So it's a great opportunity to meet some new people. It's kind of an icebreaker. You're all working together to get these questions correctly. There are prizes for the teams. And then beyond that, we play bingo. And obviously everyone loves bingo, but there are big prizes for bingo as well. It's usually about a 4-hour night, but it's a lot, but it's a lot of fun.
And Dan, you brought up something great that we haven't even talked about, Marguerite, the gift cards. There's always so many gift cards.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Companies that come, and then a lot of companies that can't even make it. They give so many gift cards that if you stay to lunch on Sunday, we might spend 20 or 30 minutes just giving away gift cards because we have too many. Throughout the weekend, we do raffle draws. We get a ticket when you sign in, or when you come to the sign-in desk. And all through the weekend, we're going to be giving away gift cards. And but I would say an unfortunate amount of people have to leave prior to the final lunch on Sunday, which means we even go start double dipping on giving gift cards away. So it really pays to stay into the end.
It does. It
Oh,
sure
you
does.
should stay until the end anyway. Absolutely. It's going to be worthwhile. You want to be there.
Definitely, definitely. All right. So key dates, let's talk about this. We'll recap this. So again, let me make sure I get this correct. ShopperFest is June 21st through June 23rd. The room rate is valid June 18th through the 24th. And again, I said June 3rd is the cutoff for the rooms, but as Dan has brought up and Marguerite has brought up, the rooms sell out. So if you're interested in attending, book your room. April 15th is the last day for early bird pricing, $225 for Field Talent Plus, $250 for all others. We've talked about Field Talent Plus. Dan's advice is to do it ahead of time before you register so you can get that the $25 off for the registration. And we've talked about the certifications. Like I said, it's like almost like you're making money. I've already said June 3rd is the last day to book rooms, but they will sell out. And April 16th is when the early bird pricing ends. And we have new pricing here, $250 for Field Talent Plus and $275 for all others. So key dates, make sure you've got these, write them down if you need to. Marguerite, anything to add to this?
Absolutely. If you're looking at the budgeting, trying to figure out how to make it all work, I will throw out the idea of roommates. If you are not already connected with somebody who might be coming to ShopperFest, but you're welcome or interested in making a new friend, on the Facebook page, there'll be conversations about people saying, hey, I'd love to have a roommate for ShopperFest. Is anybody looking for a roommate? I get people asking me, do you know anyone that's looking? We traditionally do have the opportunity to pair some of you up. And we've made some lifelong friends, connections from those roommates. So definitely think about that as a way to help you with those expenses. I know Laura Ricketts has a little money budgeting kind of philosophy that she likes to suggest to people. Laura, can you share that?
Which one are you talking about?
Well, they kind of do an extra shop here and there.
Oh, yeah. So basically, last year after ShopperFest, I put out a post and I said, that my average expenses are around $1,000 to $1,200. So I put out a post saying, I'm going to try to make that money by just doing one more shop a month, whether it be picking up a new shop for a company that I hadn't shopped for previously or whatever. And I definitely made that money. I mean, I quit counting it because I blew through the money that or the goal that I had. And I did it by picking up bonus department shops, doing a couple extra shops when I was on a route. I'd find a scheduler who needed, a new home shop. Okay, that's $150 or, whatever. So the money's out there. And if you start ahead of time, it might be too late now, but there's still a lot of time to, pick up some extra shops. But go ahead and start thinking about next year, because once you go, you're going to want to go back. So might as well start budgeting for next year too.
Right. And when Laura talks about the money, like with her budget, most of the locations, sometimes it's going to involve you flying. If you're in an area where you can drive or you're close by, then that may not be the same amount, of expense for you. If you're staying an extra night or two at the hotel, certainly that's going to add on. But again, get a roommate. You can stay twice as many nights for this, for that price. So think of those different ways. Reach out if you're active on the Facebook page. Post your questions, post that you're looking for a roommate, whatever it is. If you're not active on the Facebook page, come on and join us. There's always some good information to be shared there. And I love when I see somebody post that they're brand new to the industry and they're looking for, tips on how to get started, and the generosity that comes from the people that post on that page in sharing all of their secrets and their not so secrets, because they're sharing, but their best, their best tips. So come to the page, and you, if we have not inspired you enough to be at ShopperFest, that should help. But do we have questions? I'd love to take care of those.
I'll just go over a couple that were in chat that I was answering throughout the presentation here. One of our questions was, how can we find out about and sign up for the available certifications? If you just go to the event page, if you can go to the MSPA website, go to events, and view the event calendar, or when you log into your account, you should be able to see a list of events coming up. The latest schedule is on the event page. If you want to update your registration to include your free certification, or if you want to purchase other ones, you can do that just going to the registration and click update. There was a question about if you could take any certifications or just certain ones. We have a list of certifications that we're offering. Not every single one is going to be available, but in order to take some of the advanced courses, or all the advanced courses, you have to take the core courses. I will say all of the core courses, professional responsibility ethics and professional report writing, are available on Friday, and you should be able to take the Intro to Mystery Shopping course in advance. That one's not offered in person. So by our party on Friday, you should be done with your core courses, and you can then take the advanced courses like casinos, airport mystery shops, and a lot of really cool ones like that. And I think that may be all of them so far. We can take any questions if you want to unmute yourself as well, or put something.
Well, I'm gonna be bad for just a second, and I'm gonna call out somebody that I see in the room here with us, Sam Hersey, the president of the MSPA. Sam, you've got that little staged photo there, but come on, come out and say hello and turn that camera on for a minute so we can see you. There you go.
Oh my goodness, you called me out, so here I am, right? But no,
Yes,
it's
sir.
great to be on this call here in this webinar and hear about ShopperFest. It's always one of the highlights of the year for me, and just the opportunity to see the amazing talent that we have out in the field, and all the variety of skills that this group has, and the experience, and the networking opportunities, and the learning opportunities, and just the sidebar conversations where you really kind of pick up some of the very best ideas and the very best conversations that aren't even part of the program, even though the programming is awesome and the certification sessions are fantastic. But that's what really makes it work. And we like to say that we're a family around here. And when you come to ShopperFest, you really feel that and you see that. So I encourage you to take advantage of the opportunity that's in front of us here for ShopperFest 2024, as well as the other opportunities that we have for field talent throughout the year. So thank you. Thank you for calling me out. Thanks for the great presentation that you guys have put on here this evening. And I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody in person at ShopperFest Orlando.
Thanks for joining us, Mr. President.
We had a couple more questions come in. Regarding video 1 and video 2, those are typically, well, they are more expensive than the $35 of a regular course, and that is the Field Talent Plus value, by the way, for those courses. And that's because there's a lot more involved, as Marguerite will tell you. It's not like a traditional course. You can take video 1 in advance if you just wanted to go to the certification store and purchase that now, and then you can use your $35 discount, which is good for a regular course, or it actually knocks off $35 of video 2. Then you can get the lowest price we ever offer for video 2 and do that on site. There's a question, how long do I allow to complete each course? There's about an hour and a half on site that you have, and it's a little better than doing it online. Online, you have as much time as you want, yes, but on site, you have an instructor with you that can help answer some questions. They can't give you the answers on the test, but they can kind of guide you on any points that you may have missed. And if for whatever reason you don't pass on site, not to worry, you can still retake the course online afterwards. And finally, if I want to take video 1 before ShopperFest, how do I do that? You can do that. Just go to the MSBA website, go to certifications, and then you can make that purchase, and you can take that anytime between now and ShopperFest.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan. Any other questions? Anybody else want to share here? I feel like we need to be holding hands. Want to share anything, any experiences about ShopperFest? I know we've heard from Laura, which has been great. I'm going to take that as a no. Margaret,
I have a question for some of the new folks who maybe haven't attended a ShopperFest before.
okay, what's the question?
What made you interested in attending?
Oh, that's a good question. Anybody, Dan, you getting any answers?
Not in chat yet.
Okay.
Everybody's being shy.
Yeah.
I know. It's almost 8, so you can't be shy.
Well, I love it. So Gail, who is, I know, was referred by a very good friend of ours, Tina. Gail says that she doesn't really know anything about our industry. So this is the perfect opportunity for you to learn in a way that you would never have the opportunity again. Engaging in our Facebook page is a great way. Talking to Tina is a great way to learn about the business and get excited. But it is an unparalleled experience, and the opportunity for you not only to learn about the business, but to meet people that you could be working for. You come to the ShopperFest, you leave on Sunday. On Monday, you may be signed up for shops with some of those companies that you just met. It's a wonderful thing for us looking to fill the shops too, to be able to meet you one-on-one, to be able to know who we are working with. I love when I can, see somebody's name in an application for a shop that I've talked to at ShopperFest. I love that. Or someone reaches out to me and says, hey, you have a shop in my area, I want to do it. It's fantastic for us on both sides of the business to have that connection. You're going to learn, Gail. Join us, please. You won't be sorry. And if there's any questions that you have, please shout it out now. Put it on our Facebook page. Ask Tina. Tell Tina you need my information. But we definitely want to encourage you.
We had a question come in. As a first-time attendee, how should I prepare to come to ShopperFest?
Oh, it's a great question. I'm going to jump in here for just a second, and then everybody else can say, I'm strongly going to suggest that you create a business card. Okay, you can print it on your own computer or whatever, but bring a business card. And make sure on the business card, not only your name and your phone number and your email address, but make sure you also tell us where you live or where you like to shop. So if you live in Orlando, but you go to New York 3 times a year and you would love to be looking for something to do when you go, you're looking for, some opportunities, let us know that. It's a great thing. We're going to give you our business cards and we're going to ask you to sign up with our companies when you come around to the tables and all the networking opportunities. But give us an opportunity to remember you, especially too. I look at those business cards all the time that I get from shoppers. I absolutely love it. All right, someone else, Eileen?
I would just, for me, I would say to go to the MSPA website and take a look at the companies and company names and maybe do a little bit of research with the companies and click onto their websites and look around, see what kind of shops they offer. And just if you know, to Marguerite's point, kind of where you like to shop and what you like to shop, what industries you like to shop in, it might help to do a little bit of research, connect with those companies ahead of time, sign up with them as a shopper, see where the opportunities are, and then then you've got kind of your hit list of people that you want to make sure that you find and say hello to and have FaceTime with. That would be my suggestion, and also wear comfortable shoes. That's been a theme today.
And come prepared with your questions too. If there are things that you've always wanted to ask somebody on this end, you want to ask an editor or scheduler, jot them down somewhere, do a little note in your phone. God knows I have hundreds of them. And just, that way you've got the opportunity.
Yeah. And if there's a question that we can't answer, because I know Marguerite, you work with shoppers evaluators all the time. I do some of the time, and there are times when people will ask me questions that I may not know the answer to, but I will, if I don't know it, I will get that answer. Whether I have to go back to my team and reach out to you after ShopperFest, or if I need to sidebar in Elaine from Confero, if, for example, she's on the screen here, and ask questions, we will get the answers to your questions. So that's a great idea. And again, if we can't answer them on site, we will make sure that we follow up and get you those answers. Dan, I'm going to kick it over to you.
Thank you. My tip would be to review the schedule early. It's along the lines of what was mentioned earlier. Find the people know the people that you want to find, because there's going to be a lot of people that you meet that you didn't know you want to find. But we have several different tracks and tracks within tracks, and so if you go there and you're not sure what to do, it may be a little overwhelming, especially because sometimes we have like 5 minutes in between sessions and you got to run to the other ballroom. So for example, and this schedule is on the event page, like I said, but at 3:45 on Saturday, we have a session for new mystery shoppers or newer attendees. What is an MSO and is this line of work for me? We also have for veterans getting licensed to do shops in Nevada, because Nevada is a very complicated state, and I won't give any more away than that. You have to come to the session to find out. There's also an almost like an intro to scheduling course, not course, a session. It's a scheduler workshop. So if you have an interest in being a scheduler, you should definitely consider going to that. At the same time, the video track is doing their own course. Oops, I didn't think of that. Be prepared for life's little surprises when things go wrong. So there are literally 4 things you could go to at 3:45 on Saturday. So take a look at the schedule in advance. When you get there, you're going to get a paper agenda, and you can circle and make notes and kind of plan out your route for the day. If you don't know what route mystery shopping is, that's going to come up quite a bit over the weekend. But just be prepared as much as you can. Have a game plan going in.
Laura.
And be prepared that it's going to change, because somebody's going to talk you into going to a different session too. So
Laura, advice.
Don't worry about not knowing people. Don't worry about being new to the venue, because as soon as you get there, you're going to go through the registration that opens everything up, and you will meet people standing in line. You will meet people who will have the same questions you have. You will meet people who are there just to answer questions. And so you'll hit the ground running. So everybody's always nervous in social situations where they don't feel like they maybe belong or know people, or they're going to feel out of place. And I can promise you that this just is not that event. People go out of their way to, start up conversations. And if they don't go out of their way to start a conversation, don't be afraid to do that yourself. It might not be your normal mode of operation, but nobody knows you. And so nobody knows that you're kind of quiet. Everybody thinks that I am, so I just let them think that. But feel free to start up a conversation with that person sitting next to you, because odds are they've got the same kind of questions you do, or maybe they're feeling a little awkward too. So you never know when you're going to find a new lifelong pal, as Marguerite said, just by reaching out or having somebody reach out to you.
And we have ambassadors that will be working the registration line. So if you come in and you're standing in that line, and if I see you and I know that I haven't met you before, I'm going to come over and introduce myself, and I'm going to introduce you probably to somebody standing next to you in line that was, that we've known for several ShopperFests. You won't be a stranger for long, trust me.
And I like to say this every time, Laura, Marguerite, all of our regular attendees, it really feels like a family reunion when we get together. Having colleagues and peers and related parties in the industry all coming together for a weekend every year, it's really a highlight of the year for me.
Yeah. Sad for me when it's over. I'm usually very quiet for a day or two because I miss all my friends. So,
It's like the day you get back, like the morning you have to leave the cruise, and it's like, oh,
yeah.
I didn't want this to end. That's pretty much the same feeling after ShopperFest.
Yep.
I felt that. Definitely. All right, Dan, any other questions before we wrap this up, so that, I like to be punctual and wrap up on time?
Yes, just one last one. There was a question, what are MSP and MSO? Mystery shop provider is MSO or MSP, and MSO is a market services organization. If you want to learn more, come to ShopperFest. We'll tell you all about it.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to throw it out. Any parting remarks, Marguerite, Laura, Dan?
Definitely keep connected with us on the Facebook page. Ask those questions if you think of something after tonight that you didn't bring up. Definitely, we are all monitoring that page, looking for your questions and your comments.
And we are looking forward to seeing you all in Orlando.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
sign up.
Everybody, thank you, Marguerite. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Rich. Thank you,
Sam.
We appreciate it. Thank you all for spending almost an hour with us as we talk about this wonderful conference that's coming up. And we, again, hope to see you in Orlando in June.